Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, episode 29. Alright, so we have officially managed to complete the Beginner League upon winning the Beginner GT World Championship, and now it is officially time for us to move on to the Amateur League, and as of which, I'm now 150 grand richer than I was before I did the Beginner GT World Championship, and that now means we can start spending some money. And we are going to get on with our first championship, which is the Japanese Championship. And as for the car I'm going to use, well, I'm going to use a car that has not had much success in that particular championship, and that's going to be this, the Toyota Celica GT Four. And the reason why I chose this over the Lancer Evo 5 is simply because, well, I've already driven two Mitsubishi Lancer Evos, so I think now is probably the time for me to try something different, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. And obviously, we must do the compulsory thing now for the Amateur League, which is tuning. Considering this is basically what I'm probably going to be spending most of my money on for probably the entirety of this particular racing league. So putting on a racing intercooler because, well, this car's a turbo, and I'm also going to put on a turbo kit for good measure. And also, just because I want to be cheap, I'll put on sports tyres for additional grip, and of course I will also put on stage 1 of weight reduction. And also, just because I want to, I'm gonna put some oil in this thing. And another thing I want to do as well, I'm gonna change the rims. So we have a wide variety of rims to choose from here, but you know what? I think I'm going to head over to Ray's Engineering, and just because I want to give this thing a little bit more personality, yeah, sure, why not? I'll put these on. And officially, I'm hopeful in saying we have enough to win our first championship in the Amateur League. Well, first only to the Amateur Type R meeting. But officially, 5-race championship as per usual, as we are going to Tokyo Route 246, Super Speedway, Apricot Hill, Route 11 and Tokyo Reverse. 5 races. 7,500 credits if we can win each of these races, and no cars are illegal, so no limitations, and officially, let's get on with this, and hope of course that I officially have enough tuning to win this championship. And here of course is our competition. So we have a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6, along with a Honda NSX Type S, a Nissan 300ZX, followed by a Toyota 3000 GT, and a Toyota Supra RZ. So, I did of course do some tuning to this thing before we got over here, because obviously I figured that was mandatory, considering we are now in the Amateur League, and officially 3 laps for each of these races. So let's get on with this, and hopefully we can achieve success, considering this thing is a turbo. And furthermore, yes, many of you will often accuse me for saying that this is the illegal Toyota Celica, but obviously, because this thing is basically the back marker in this championship. Essentially, overall, I just decided I was wanting to see if I could make this thing a winner, and also because effectively, I think this car overall, after it was DQ'd from the WRC in, what year was it, 95? Yeah, 1995. This car since then has essentially been underrated, and that's pretty much the main reason why I decided I was wanting to use this, because I wanted to give it some legalized success. And at the moment, of course, I am not too far behind the leaders, as of which those two leaders are a Honda NSX Type S and a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6. And officially, I am hoping that I am not lagging pace. Considering obviously this is only my first attempt of recording this, and oh, damn it! I scraped the wall. And at the moment, that is not proven to be the case, because I just literally dived into the corner. I almost thought for sure I was off the pace compared to the NSX, but apparently there might be, when I dived into the corner, my prediction was completely wrong. I was not anticipating this thing to actually go into the corner like that. Although, then again, the NSX just overtook me at the line. Pretty much just goes to show how much of a acceleration advantage the Honda has in comparison to me. But again, I am willing to take the risk, and obviously I am willing to see if I can officially make this thing a winner. And that is precisely what my objective is for this championship. And will I be able to do it? I hope so. Can I guarantee in saying I win 4 out of 5 races? Absolutely not. And I still end up scraping the wall. That now means I'm going to have to pull off another dive bomb if I'm going to retake the lead. Because even though the NSX is quicker than me through the straights, oddly enough, I seem to have the advantage through the corners, and that's exactly what's been helping me keep up with the NSX this entire time. Unfortunately, since we are not going to test course, obviously it is not a test of pure speed. And I'm on the outside, but the NSX has the inside line. I had no chance of defending. But again, I'm going to try and see if I can win this goddamn race, regardless of how off the pace I may be. I want to try, goddammit. I'm not going to give up until I win this race, considering I am now a second behind it. Hopefully I will not be completely off the pace. But dependent on knowing if I will or won't be able to stage a comeback up to this point, that remains a mystery. Although oddly enough, this hasn't been the first time I've been challenged by an NSX. Because if you think back, of course, to the amateur Type R meeting, I was in a black Honda Civic and I was going up against 2 yellow Honda NSX Type Rs, and oddly enough, the Honda clearly had me on pure pace, but surprisingly, because I had more acceleration, that was ultimately what had officially got me over to victory in the championship overall after I managed to win a Monaco. think up to this point, if I do manage to lose this race, then I may need some more tuning. And I just thought to myself. So, oh, going deep, going very deep into the corner, but I have no idea how I managed to pull that off. Now, I need to do some tactical defense if I'm going to hold on to this lead. No, you are not passing me. You will not pass. He just bump drafted me. Oh, coming up to line. Can I hold him off? Yes, I can. By just under a tenth, I fended off from the NSX. Son of a bitch. I did not think he was going to bump draft me. So then it was the Mitsubishi in third, followed by the Toyota Supra in fourth. Then it was the 300CX in third, and then at the back it was the 3000 GT. So 10 points to me, 6 to the NSX, 4 to the Evo 6, 3 to the Supra, 2 to the Nissan, and 1 to the 3000 GT. And there goes the Evo 6. That was race 1. So, 1 race is down and still 4 to go. And obviously, I'm not going to waste too much of your time. So basically, all I'm really going to do is just get on with these fucking races and hope that I win. Well, hope that I manage to win 4 out of 5. Considering that is what my primary target is. If it is at all possible. Knowing my pace compared to these AI, I would say it probably is not. Considering my acceleration. And as I expected, I immediately fall to the back. Probably because I do not have enough speed to keep up with the leaders. Shifting down to 4th gear, getting a nudge there from the Supra, and hopefully I might be able to get myself up into the 2nd position. Considering the NSX up to this point, unless he makes a mistake, has probably got the overall advantage. And I think he did just make a mistake because he ran on the high line and he slid a little there on the exit of turn 2, so I could maybe get a possible shot of going for the lead if he does it again. And diving down the inside, literally going at full throttle on the entry to turn 3, and officially I basically have to do the same thing that I did in Tokyo, which is pretty much fanned off from the NSX. So overall, this car has not really been that successful in this championship, and obviously, basically what my primary objective is that, well, I'm trying to see if I can correct that, basically. Because even though the NSX is very quick in a straight line, the truth is, I have the overall advantage going through the corners. Even though obviously he has a lot more acceleration than I do, the NSX. And we are now halfway home. As the NSX just literally storms past me down the straightaway, but obviously his cornering is terrible, and that is exactly what is managing to keep me ahead. Somehow. Just only hoping I do not repeat the same mistakes as the NSX. And yes, I did figure it was necessary for me to keep it up in 5th gear that time. Considering this is virtually a race course of speed, and heading into the first corner once again, the NSX slides. Oh, a little contact there with my right rear fender. He knew for sure he was not going to get on the defence, because he was already on the Richard Petty line as soon as I entered the corner. There was no way he was going to hold on to the lead from there. Although obviously I am of course driving this with stage 1 weight reduction and sport tyres, because obviously that's essentially what makes this thing lighter than it usually is. And to anyone who is asking what my previous weight was, I honestly couldn't give a shit. But officially, it looks like I am going to win at the egg-shaped oval. Considering this is basically the exact same shape as both the Darlington Raceway and probably Twin Ring Motegi Super Speedway. Is what he thinks. Anyways, coming across the line, and it is 2 victories to the Toyota, and still nil points to the NSX. So the Supra finished in 3rd, then it was the Evo 6 in 4th, followed by the 300ZX Twin Turbo in 5th, and then at the back it was once again the 3000 GT. So it is 2 wins to me and 0 to the AI, at least 0 to the NSX. And we now have a tie for 3rd, and as for the rest of the order, that's pretty much looking like it's going to stabilise, is what he thinks. But at the moment I have 2 wins, and surprisingly one of them came on Super Speedway because of my superior cornering. Anyways, next, as we move on to race 3, and we are going to Apricot Hill. Shifting up into 2nd gear so I don't get any wheel spin off the start. And officially, as I expected, I do not have much acceleration down the front stretch. Yeah, sorry, I almost couldn't speak there. Diving down the inside of the Evo 6. Up into the lead I go, up into 2nd I go, and now I have to make a move on the NSX. And dependent on knowing if my move will be successful or not, that remains to be seen. But basically, all I really need to do is, well, I just need to win 3 races and then just stay consistent for the other 2 rounds, and then obviously once that's done officially, I am of course confirmed as the champion basically. Because I think what you need to do as well, you basically need to win 3 out of 5 races in order to win the championship, and then just let consistency do the rest. Just I think that's what of winning these championships is for. Anyways, heading on to lap number 2, and as I expected, the NSX has a huge advantage in terms of straightening speed and diving into the corner, but also getting very loose on the rear end. Definitely had a snap of oversteer there as I entered the corner. fortunately, for me at least, I was able to prevent the thing from fishtailing, and officially I am now holding on to the lead. A little contact was made there, but only light contact compared to what the NSX made with me at the Oval. Considering obviously that was hard contact. As we head through the hairpin now, I am officially holding on to the lead, and here comes Ultra Acceleration coming back once again. Considering obviously I am able to put the NSX through the corners with my Ultra Super Later Braking, to quoting Initial D. And charging back again, doesn't look like he's going to make any moves, so looks like I'm going to hold on to the lead, heading into the final lap here at Apricot Hill, as I am now under half a second clear of the NSX. And officially, it does look like I have done enough tuning to put this thing up into victory circle, or at least up into victory lane I should say, which is obviously a NASCAR reference. Just heading through the hairpin now and coming into the final chicane here at Apricot Hill, which I think is also the only chicane here at this facility. And up to the final corner we go. Looks like I might just be able to fend off from the NSX if he can bump draft me, and he does manage to bump draft me, so officially it is victory number 3 for the Toyota Celica GT Four by just over a tenth. So the Evo 6 has now emerged ahead of the Toyota Supra, and officially that may have decided who is going to be 3rd and 4th in this championship. Meanwhile, who is going to be 5th and 6th? I would say that margin by now has pretty much stabilised. So all I really need to do now is basically finish in, I think, 2nd or higher in the final 2 races, and then officially the championship is mine. But so far, I have managed to win 3 out of 5 races in this championship. And oddly enough, I did not anticipate myself to be this successful. And now I'm going to save this replay. Because I can. I also might need a sip of water in a minute. And now we go to Route 11. So I think if I can finish probably 2nd or higher in the final 2 races, then hopefully the championship should be mine. And officially, I'm pretty certain I will probably not win at Route 11, because I have noticed the AI are stronger than me on Route 11. Because of all circuits where I know the AI seem to have an advantage on me, I am pretty sure Route 11 fits that description perfectly. And, ah, damn it. Yep, already we are getting sketchy. And it looks like the NSX is already pulling away. But again, if I can manage to win 4 out of 5 races, then obviously that's pretty much all I really care about with this thing. Because it doesn't look like I'm going to beat the NSX here at Route 11, I don't think. I mean, obviously, I will try and see if I can beat him, but again, because this is another high-speed circuit, I'm pretty certain the NSX has the upper hand, as of which he is already pulling away. So, I think that's pretty much confirmed I'm not going to win at Route 11, because pretty much the leading car, or at least the leading AI car in a championship, as I have seen in the past, has pretty much had the upper hand over me, or at least the AI have a lot more competence at Route 11 than they do on other circuits, because this is pretty much one of those circuits where the AI is more superior around this circuit than the player. As I predicted, the NSX is pulling away. Well, I don't really care too much, because all I really need to do is finish in 2nd and 3rd in the final 2 races, and then obviously, if I can do that, then officially I should have this championship made. But overall, I am battling hard at the moment, because the Evo 6 is definitely not giving up the fight, nor is the Supra. Also, furthermore, I just remembered there are 2 Toyotas in this championship, because I'm driving a Toyota Celica and behind me is a Toyota Supra. Well, doesn't look like the NSX is pulling away too much, but obviously I'm pretty certain he will probably win here. I don't think I have any opposition to compete with that, in my honest opinion. But of course, I am hoping that, at the very least, I do manage to get probably 40 points, if that is at all possible. So, at the moment, unless the NSX fucks up massively, it does not look like I'm going to win this race. But again, I anticipated I would not be liable to winning at Route 11, because obviously Route 11 compared to the AI is not one of my stronger circuits. So there really is no point in fighting for the lead. And I just fucked up the chicane. And oh, here comes the Evo 6. And I think he just hit the wall as well. Well, either that or he slammed on the brakes right before he hit the wall. But anyways, onto the third and final lap here at Route 11. Can I manage to fend off from the Evo 6? Can I hold on to the second position? Oh, here comes the Supra. The Supra is on the outside. Oh! Oh, I just got punted there. Fucking hell. I have no idea how I managed to save that. Well, probably because I had 4-wheel drive. But fortunately, however, I already have 3 wins under my belt, and obviously, up to this point, if I can finish second in this race and then finish in, I think, 4th or higher in order to officially score enough points to be the Japanese champion. Officially, I think that's probably all I need to officially confirm myself as being the champion mathematically by a single point. Because officially I have 3 wins to my credit. And this one I can now guarantee is not going to be 4. Although obviously, if you are a veteran of this game, then you will very much know that obviously, compared to the AI, Route 11 is not one of the stronger circuits for officially winning a race during a championship. But luckily, I already have 3 wins under my belt, and I think that's about all I really need with consistency to do the rest. So, 4 races down and still 1 to go. And as I expected, the NSX just literally decimated the rest of us. And also furthermore, the 3000 GT managed to get past the 300ZX, which is something I didn't expect to happen. So officially, it does not look like the Mitsubishi 3000 GT is going to get the perfectly consistent 5 points for finishing last in every race. So, 8 point advantage to the NSX. The Evo 6, I would say by now, has probably solidified his 3rd position. The Supra is in 4th. And as for 5th and 6th, I would say both of those positions are secured as well. So, anyways, final race, and we are going to Tokyo Reverse, where I can hopefully finish in 3rd or higher to be confirmed as the champion. Oh, correction, 4th or higher, because the gap is only 8 points. And I only really need 3 points if I'm gonna win this championship. Excuse me, just had a sip of my juice, and yeah, let's get on with this. As I think they just went down the wrong slot to the route. Hopefully, I should have the possible advantage of maybe taking the lead in this race if I can pull off the same moves I did in the first race, or moves similar to what I pulled off in the first race. Just managing to avoid clipping the wall there, and the Honda NSX once again looks like it's going to fuck off into the distance, as I expected him to do. But all I really need to do is place further higher, and then obviously, if I do manage to do it, this match will be mine. By default of pure consistency in the final 2 races. And at the moment, these AI are not letting me pass. So this is actually proving to be a difficult start compared to any others I've seen. And, oh shit, I hit the wall. Well, at least I'm in position to winning. Literally the championship on pure consistency. And as I expected, the NSX has once again just fucked off into the distance. Whoever is surprised by that, it certainly isn't me. Because I knew that was going to happen. So the NSX looks like he's pretty much going to dominate this race, just like he dominated the previous race, and the only thing I'm really hopeful now is seeing if I can maybe fight for the podium, but at the moment it doesn't look like it, because both the Evo 6 and the Supra are outstanding at the moment, so I really need to get a move on. But again, this is the position I need to be in if I'm going to clinch the championship by a single point. This is basically where I need to be. And at the moment, this race is proving to be quite a challenge. But all I really need to do is finish in 4th or higher, and then the championship is mine. Basically. Although, it would be nice if I could get a podium at this point. But at the moment, it looks like I'm only just in the position I need to be in order to win the championship overall. And I had to use the outside wall there if I was going to make it look like I was not going to crash. I still crashed anyway, but obviously I got a better exit. So, you know, sometimes it is necessary to use the walls, and other times it isn't. The only real comment I have is the only real point of this comment. Okay, I think the victory has been decided up to this point. The only question is, can I manage to fend off from the 3000 GT and the 300ZX to taking 4th position and winning the championship overall by just a single point. Considering obviously that is still important, because I have not pointed the championship yet, and I need to be 4th or higher if I'm going to win the championship. By the purity of mathematical consistency. And at the moment it does not look like I'm going to finish on the podium. Well, the NSX has pretty much just motored away from the rest of us, and I'm having quite a hard time holding into 4th. Considering I will only be 1 point clear of the NSX if I manage to win this championship by a single point. And it looks like a podium is also out of the question. So, all I really need to do now is just avoid choking in these final couple of corners, and then I've got the championship on just a single point. And that's all. Considering at the moment I'm having one hell of a time trying to hold on to the championship. Well, I guess that's the benefits I get from finishing first in 3 races. And, oh, fuck me. Fuck me. And I'm not really going to try anything up to this point. But can I just manage to hold on to the championship? Okay, I'm finishing 4th. But it doesn't matter because I have just enough points to win the championship. Yes! I beat that son of a bitch. I beat the fucking NSX by just 1 single point. That's all it fucking was. A single point. Jesus Christ, I had to work for that. Although obviously, I will need to sweep up both of these races later on. But there we go, it's official. I have won the Japanese Championship by a single point over the NSX. Supra eventually took 3rd over the Evo 6, even though they were both tied for 3rd. And the 300ZX finished in 5th, and then at the back by a single point was the 3000 GT. So, 1 grand with a keychain, don't really care too much about that. And officially, I am the champion. Which oddly enough is a feat I didn't think I was going to pull off by a single point. So, 20 grand, get a look at my trophy. And what prize car are we going to win this time? We win a Mazda RX-7 FD from this championship. Nice. Very nice. I also think my throat is dying. So, need to sweep up those 2 races, but obviously, from what I can tell, I just managed to win the championship. I did not think I was going to pull that off. Trust me, I really didn't. And next time, we shall be doing the American Championship. Okay, we are now 26.7% done, and obviously, at the moment, I'm doing a lot of winning compared to losing. But obviously, those 2 races I will have to sweep up later. But anyways, this is our prize car. In sparkle green metallic, we get a Mazda RX-7 Type RZ FD. And where we officially have 290 horsepower. Again, I still have no idea how I was able to win that championship, but officially, that was the Japanese championship, and next time we shall be doing the American Championship. Stay tuned for more of Gran Turismo 3.